Krogan keeping it himself across the line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. That's a tight end wide open up the middle. There's the catch and the touchdown.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pittsburg High School in Pittsburg, Kansas. Getting set for tonight's Kansas Class 5A sub-state first round matchup between the Pittsburg Purple Dragons and KC Washington Wildcats. Dragons come into tonight's game the number 7 seed in this Class 5A East sub-state bracket, and they're hosting Washington High Schoolers, the number 10 seed out of Kansas City, Kansas. Dragons come into tonight's game 15-8 overall, 9-3, which is good enough for second place in the SEK League. Washington at 12-11, 8-5, which was good enough for third place in the Meadowlark League. And it looks to be it's going to be a good matchup here tonight between these two teams. A couple squads who really like to get up and down the floor, and we'll get into more of that as we move into the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show coming up on the other side of the break. We do want to let you know that Pittsburgh Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more about Crawcan's no-nonsense pricing and multi-gig internet, check them out online at ckt.net. We're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, get you your keys to the game, your starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off between the Dragons and the Wildcats. It's playoff action here on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me.
Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who fight.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their
Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Welcome back to Pittsburg High School, getting set for tonight's matchup between the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons and the Washington High School Wildcats out of Kansas City, Kansas. Dragons the number 7 seed in the East Kansas half of this sub-state bracket. KC Washington comes in at number 10. The Purple and White pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. From personal and business banking to mortgages, credit cards, and investments, CNB has the tools you need with the services you deserve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, where community comes first. All right, well, let's set the scene here. The Dragons welcoming in the Wildcats. Pittsburgh at 15-8. Washington High School 12-11 on the season. Dragons coming off a 57-38 win here at home against Lebec County back on the 24th. That was their last regular season game, and it secured second place in the SEK League for the Dragons. Washington was last in action again on the 24th as they dropped a 43-27 decision at Highland Park to finish off their regular season. The winner of tonight's game plays the winner of Shawnee Heights and Sumner Academy. They'll be playing simultaneously with us tonight up in the Topeka area. Shawnee Heights, the number 2 seed overall. Sumner Academy, the 15 seed. And so, I don't know about you, I'm rooting for Sumner Academy in that one. And either way, if Sumner Academy is able to pull off the upset, Dragons will have another home game, but likely we're going to be traveling up to the Topeka area for a Saturday game at about 5 p.m. And if we're able to bring that to you by way of different schools' contracts with NFHS and Keisha's agreement with them, which I won't get into, but if we're able to give you that game, we will. Pregame would start at 4:30, tip off at 5 from Topeka or here, depending upon who wins that Shawnee Heights Sumner Academy game. And if you're betting on high school basketball, you might have a problem, but if you were a betting man, probably put your money on Shawnee Heights for that one. So it's likely that if the Dragons are fortunate enough to win tonight, they're going to be looking at a road trip up to the Topeka area coming up on Saturday. Pitt boys were in action last night, and again, because of the broadcast contract hullabaloo, we weren't able to bring that one to you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. The Dragon boys lost a 63-47 decision at Baser Linwood up in the Leavenworth area, and that finishes the Dragon boys season. But the girls still in action here tonight, hoping to keep their season going against what looks to be a pretty physically gifted squad from Washington High School. They have a sophomore, Asia Martin, on their roster, 6'2", and she's going to get the start tonight. We'll talk more about that as we move further in the pregame show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, get you your keys to the game, your starting lineups, as we're about 17 minutes away from tip-off here in Pittsburgh. The Dragons and the Wildcats, sub-state action coming up on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Pittsburg High School, about 15 minutes away from tip-off between the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons and the KC Washington Wildcats. I'm Josh Lettner. No Michael Kissel tonight. He's with the Pitt State broadcast crew up at the MIAA tournament in downtown Kansas City, and we certainly hope the Gorillas are performing well up there. And it's something that the broadcast students at the university do every year, and they've done it since I was in school back in the late Cretaceous period, and they go up and do the entire tournament, all games, and work it as a crew, and it's a week-long affair, and they put in a lot of work. It's a real service for the conference and for the university, and so no Michael, but he's working harder, I would think, doing that than he would be here working with me. It might be less irritating for him, but it's harder work, so thoughts are with him tonight, of course. But we got a game here in Pittsburgh. The Dragons welcoming in the Wildcats of Washington High School, and I've had a chance to watch this team on film a little bit. I've seen a few of their games or snippets from a few of their games, and they look like a team that likes to get up and down the court, and they love to dribble drive. Not a lot of big outside shots for them throughout the course of a game, but a lot of driving, and they're tough on the boards. The bigs of the Dragons are going to have to try and stay out of foul trouble, box out well tonight, and rebound. And the guards for the Dragons are going to be challenged to try and stop that dribble drive and not allow it to get down into the neighborhood of Mackenzie English and Odessa Reed, and keep them out of foul trouble by cutting off those dribble drivers before they can get deep into the lane, and that'll be a challenge for the Dragons. It's been a challenge for them all year. I talked to Coach Gegg a little bit before the game. The Wildcats, not a big pressing team, so that's good news for the Dragons. And Pittsburgh, of course, is going to apply their usual defensive pressure early in the game to try and get out in front of an opponent, rattle them early, get them out of their rhythm, and we'll see if they're going to be successful in that tonight or if KC Washington can handle it. They don't have the greatest record. They have played some smaller private schools up in Kansas City, but they have also played some larger metro area schools. And so I'm sure that they've been pressed a few times this season. We'll see if the Dragon press is more difficult for them to solve than some others have been. But Coach Gegg feels pretty confident about her team and how they match up and where they are at this point in the season. And that's a good sign for the Dragons. Those keys to the game brought to you by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment on the corner of 4th and Joplin. in Pittsburg since 1948 with John Holland and Bill Hunt down in the Vietti alignment shop. If it can be aligned, those guys will align it. From golf carts and side-by-sides all the way up to F550s and small buses, they'll get it done. Schedule your appointment by calling Vietti Auto Body and Alignment, 620-231-6230. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we get you your starting lineups, and we should be ready for the national anthem and tip-off and all the festivities here leading up to the game. The Dragons and the Wildcats coming up on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh High School. Getting set for tonight's Class 5A sub-state matchup between the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons and the Washington High School Wildcats out of Kansas City, Kansas. If you're just joining us, the Dragons coming in tonight's game, the number 7 seed, posting a 15-8 record on the season, 9-3 in SEK League play. Washington, the number 10 seed, with a 12-11 record on the year, an 8-5 record in the Meadowlark League. Both teams, the Dragons coming off a win over Lebec County back on the 24th, and Washington coming off of a double-digit loss at Highland Park back on the 27th. And the winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Shawnee Heights and Sumner Academy. That one's taking place concurrently tonight up in Topeka, and we'll try and keep an eye on that score. Be checking Max Preps. We'll see how good they are at updating that score as we go along. And, of course, the brackets for the girls' 5A sub-state are available on the Acacia website. We'll go ahead and take a look at tonight's action. The 16 teams from the East are divided into 4 groups for sub-state. So in Group 1 tonight, the number 1 seed, St. Thomas Aquinas at 20-2, hosts the 16 seed, Turner High School with a 3-20 record. And then also in that Group 1, Bonner Springs, the 8 seed with a 14-9 record, welcomes in the 9 seed DeSoto with a 13-10 record. So that ought to be a very competitive game up there in Bonner Springs. In the second grouping, we have Shawnee Heights, the 2 seed, 19-4 record, hosting the 15 seed Sumner Academy with a 4-15 record. Then we have our game here in Pittsburgh as the bottom half of that grouping, with Pittsburgh at the 7 seed welcoming in Washington High School at the 10 seed. And then in that third group, the number 3 seed St. James Academy at 18-5 will host J.C. Harmon High School with an 8-15 record. And the bottom half of that third group, the 6 seed Spring Hill with a 17-6 record will host the 11 seed Blue Valley Southwest with an 11-12 record. And then finally in the fourth grouping, the 4 seed Baser Linwood with an 18-5 record hosts the 13 seed Highland Park with an 8-15 record. And the 5 seed Piper High School with a 17-6 record hosts the number 12 seed Leavenworth with a 9-14 record. Lots of basketball, playoff basketball being played across the state tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Washington Wildcats, they're going to start number 0, a 5'2 senior Mariah Mitchell. Number 2, a 5'1 junior Nevaeh Jones. Number 5, a 5'5 sophomore Farrah Williams. Number 20, a 5'7 senior Katrina Emery. And number 53, a 6'2 sophomore Asia Martin. The Dragons going to go with a familiar starting lineup. Number 2, senior Odessa Reed. Number 4, senior Anna Jorge. Number 11, senior Sophia Hertrick. Number 21, sophomore Angie Miller. And number 30, sophomore Mackenzie English. Look at that. Got those starting lineups out of the way. Got about 4 minutes before tip-off. We're going to step away for a final break, and we'll be back with tip-off from here in Pittsburgh between the Dragons and the Wildcats. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's The Rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Pittsburg High School, getting set for tonight's Kansas Class 5A sub-state matchup between the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons and the Washington High School Wildcats out of KCK. Winner of tonight's game, I know I've said this a lot, I'm going to say it a lot. The winner of tonight's game goes on to face the winner of Shawnee Heights and Sumner Academy going on right now up in Topeka or in that area.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to Pittsburg High School for tonight's sub-state first-round basketball contest between the Kansas City Washington Wildcats and your Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and face your attention to the west side of the gymnasium and the flag of our United States of America as members of the PHS Encore lead us in our national anthem.
Love a good rendition of the national anthem. We've had a lot of them this year here at Pittsburgh High. They're getting ready to announce the starting lineups, then we'll follow that with tip-off. Tonight's tip-off brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. Call B&B Excavating, 620-724-2735. I'm going to guess Mitchell's going to tip it off for the Wildcats, and it'll be Mackenzie English for the Dragons. There's the tip. Martin controls for Kansas City, Washington. And we're underway. Mitchell with it. Trying to get it over the top. The pass deflected. Ends up back in the hands of Mitchell. Her shot way off the mark. Tipped around. Battle for the loose ball. Mitchell gets it, but her shot no good. Battled around again. Hertrick comes away with it for the Dragons. Long outlet pass ahead to Jorge. Off the glass and good for Anna. Dragons out to a 2-0 lead, and they're going to pressure Nevaeh Jones up the court, excuse me. This is Katrina Emery with it right now. She'll give it up to Mariah Mitchell, who has it stripped away and stolen by Angie Miller. First turnover of the night on the Wildcats. Hertrick open for three and drills it. Dragons quickly out to a 5-0 lead. Emery going to handle it up the floor. Errant pass through the hands of the intended receiver, Williams. Odessa Reed off to the races, off the glass and good. 3 Dragons have scored here in the opening minute of this game. And Coach Gegg telling them, keep the pressure on defensively. There's a walk. And they get it ahead to Nevaeh Jones over the head of Mitchell, out of bounds. And that'll turn it back over to the Dragons, number 2. As there's a sub early, Mitchell will sit. Corey Current into the game for Washington. Dragon ball as Miller will bring it up the floor. And again, Washington not a big pressing team, Coach Gegg said in the pregame interview. Easy position and turnaround shot for Odessa Reed. She just went down there, got right into position. They fed her the ball, and it was easier than probably a layup drill because she didn't have to run. Mitchell with it, middle of the lane, poked away. Reed battling with her for it. Odessa comes away with it. Another long outlet pass from Hertrick ahead to Jorge, but it's poked away from behind by Jorge, and it will stay with the Dragons. Hertrick decided to push the issue with that long outlet pass ahead to Jorge, and she just had it knocked away. That went off the leg of English. And that'll be the first turnover of the game on the Dragons. Gives it back to Washington High with Dragons leading it here 9-0 early. Emery gets it in, gets it right back. She's dribbling up the floor. Doesn't look like the most secure ball handler out there. And it's poked away and stolen from behind by Angie Miller. Third turnover forced by the Dragons here early tonight. Hertrick over the top to Reed. Good position off the glass, no good. Reed gets her own rebound though. Battle for the loose ball, and Washington's going to come away with it. Dragons need to get their heads around, find the ball defensively. Here comes Emery, and she's tied up, and it'll be Dragon ball after the tie-up because the possession arrow favors Pittsburgh. Martin will sit. Angel Harvey into the game for Washington, replacing Mitchell. Shot on the way, no good by English. Rebounded by Miller. Reed tried to save it in off the miss from Hertrick. Just a step too late on that one. And it will go back to Washington, still looking for their first points of the night. 5:11 to play first quarter. See all that there on your score bug. Almost another turnover by Washington. They're going to push it up the floor. This is Corey Current with it into the lane, kicks it back outside to Emery. Her pass off the mark, but able to be saved into the hands of Jamila Smith. Man, this not very secure with the ball are the Wildcats right now. That one tipped away, another one blocked. Miller strips it out of there. The pass ahead to Jorge on the run, off the glass, no good. But Miller strips it away again. Gives it to a streaking Hertrick. She's fouled, and Sophia will head to the line to shoot a pair. They got this foul on Emery. That's her first team foul on the Wildcats. And coincidentally, Hertrick's first trip to the free throw line tonight. She's got a 3-point bucket in the first minute or so of this game. Hits the first free throw. And if the Dragons are hitting outside shots on free throws, they're going to be a tough team to beat. Miller will sit. Gober checks in for the Dragons. Anna Jorge will sit. And Kendall Elkamil checks in for Pittsburgh as well. Mitchell back into the game for the Wildcats. Didn't catch who she replaced. Second shot from Hertrick, no good. 4 points so far for Sophia. Dragons continue the press. Elkamil comes away with the steal. Kendall on the run, off the glass and good. Dragon pressure defense is causing all kinds of trouble for Washington. They want a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:22 to play. First quarter. Dragons up by a dozen. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh High. Dragons leading by a dozen over KC Washington. And a foul on Kendall Elkamil, getting a little too reachy, slappy, grabby there on that full court pressure. And it will stay with the Wildcats. Elkamil almost poked that one away. And Dragons force another turnover as that one's off the hands of Mitchell, out of bounds. That's number 4, unofficially, of course. All my stats are very unofficial. Dragons get it back. Gober will handle it up the floor for the Dragons. Adelaide gets it ahead to Hertrick, into the lane to English, to Reed, who mishandled the pass, but it's off of Mitchell, and it will stay with the Dragons. Not sure Reed was entirely ready for that one, but it was a good look. Nice bounce pass from English to find her. Get it to English, off the glass and good. 14-point lead for the Dragons. 14-0, as the Brits would say. Quickly up the floor is Nevaeh Jones. That one's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Now Briley Mantooth gets set to check in for the Dragons. Sophia Hertrick will sit. And Coach Gegg did say she wanted to get as many players into the game as she could tonight. Mantooth normally comes off the bench for the Dragons, but we might see some fresh faces tonight. They get it over to Jones. It's taken away. English dribbling up the floor for the Dragons, guarded by Jones. She'll get it to Elkamil. Her shot kind of off the side of the backboard. She's a little too deep on the baseline. And it'll end up back with the Wildcats. Gober pokes it away, but it'll stay with Washington. Off the glass and good. Nice little move down low by Farrah Williams. That's the first bucket of the night for the Wildcats. Gober handling it up the floor, being guarded by Jones. Kind of shepherding her off with the forearm. Gets it to Reed. And Odessa Reed with 6 points in this first quarter. The Dragons up by a couple of touchdowns. And there's a carry. I don't think it was an over and back. I think it was a carry called against Corey Current. I don't know how you carry it when you haven't dribbled it yet, but somehow she got whistled for that. We'll take it. Dragon ball. Gober with it. Drives to the elbow, picks up her dribble, gets it back out to Jorge. Anna will drive. She's fouled in the lane. No shot. It'll be on the floor. And they whistle that one on Farrah Williams, who has the only bucket tonight for Washington. El Camille the inbound from the baseline. Oh, tried to, you can't lob it in when the backboard's in the way, and that one hit the backside of the backboard. Now that'll turn it over to Washington. I'm gonna put that as a turnover. I think that it's not the most common turnover, but it is a turnover. 30-second timeout. Washington, their coach Katrina Richard wants to talk it over with her team. Pittsburgh yet to call a timeout here tonight, and why would you? Their defense has been stifling, and the offense in the half courts look pretty good as well. And so far, the dribble drive that the Wildcats are so good at just really hasn't been effective tonight, because it can't really get into any sort of offensive flow because the Dragon press has just been relentless. They're having a hard enough time getting it across half court. 2:37 to play, first quarter. Dragons up by 14. Here in this first round matchup of the Kansas Class 5A sub-state playoffs on the east side. It's the only half the state we care about. Mantooth pokes it away, saves it in bounds right back to the original intended receiver of the pass. It's going to get poked away again. Mitchell comes away with it. Man, Angie Miller's slapping at that ball tonight. Gets it out of the hands of Mitchell. Off her leg and out of bounds. It'll be Dragon ball. Man, Angie Miller's really playing some tenacious defense tonight. And maybe they saw something on film that I didn't see, that you can really get after this team when they bring the ball down around their waist. Miller with it. Eventually gets it off the deflection out to Gober. Adley dribbling around, directing traffic, gets it over to Mantooth. Up top to Miller. Straightaway three on the way from Angie off the glass. Banks closed after 5. And the rebound comes down to English. She just pulls up from about 10 feet and drops it. 4 points for Mackenzie English. Dragons by 16, and the full court pressure remains a thing. Emery picks up her dribble. Her pass deflected, ends up in the hands of Williams. Dragons have to be careful. And they create another turnover. I have that as number 7 here in this first quarter. Jorge with it in the middle of the lane to Miller. Gets it out to Gober on the baseline. Her shot around and out. And the rebound comes down to Current for the Wildcats. She'll give it back to Emery, who will handle it up the floor. And Dragons got to cut her dribble off. And we thought Gober had her cut off, but then Adley let her go, and Mantooth kind of caught flat-footed and ended up getting her with the body. And that's just the second team foul on the Dragons, the first on Mantooth. Wildcats get it in. This is Armani Wheeler. Guarded by Gober in the corner. Her pass picked off by Hertrick. Outlet pass ahead to Gober. Her outlet pass ahead to Reed. Off the glass and good. 8 points in this first quarter for Odessa Reed. Just came back in off the bench and right back into the scorebook. There's a steal by Gober and then a turnover right back. And then another turnover by Washington. And I think that was Emery who kind of dribbled that one off her foot out of bounds. She wasn't expecting to get it. Kind of a hectic situation down there. Under a minute to play first quarter. Dragons by 18. Get it down low to Reed. Nice pass to find Odessa under the bucket. There's 10 points for Reed. She's in double figures, and we got about 40-some seconds left in this first quarter. Oh, man. There's a turnover. Gober gets it and then gives it right back. And off the glass and good for Jamila Smith. Gober dribbling around down the lane, shot on the way off the glass, just kind of threw that one up. And it'll stay with the Dragons because 3 Wildcats fought for the rebound and nobody got it. And it'll stay with Pittsburgh. 13.6 left in the quarter. Reed will inbound from the baseline. Gets it in over the, nope. Gober couldn't handle the pass. She was covered the whole time. There had to be somebody more open than Adley in that play. And the Dragons turn it over. That's their 4th. Gober looking to force another turnover and does. Gets it back and she's fouled by Emery. That's her second. That's the 3rd on the team, and Gober will head to the line for the first time tonight. High arcing free throw. Rattles off the rim. Adley's still looking for her first points of the night, but man, she's been a force defensively. Second shot rattles in. Broke the ice. There you go. Gober with 1 on 1 of 2 from the stripe. Pass picked off by Reed. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. After 1, the Dragons in the driver's seat, leading it by 19. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the 4-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
One quarter in the books. Dragons leading it by 19 over the KC Washington High School Wildcats. Wildcat ball coming out of the stoppage. Mitchell trying to drive on Miller. Dribbles off her own leg out of bounds. The Dragon guards doing a good job staying in front of the ball handlers and the guards for the Wildcats. Miller trots it up the floor for the Dragons. Over to Hertrick, left wide open for 3. Sophia will take that every time. The shot no good. Rebound comes down to Farrah Williams. Now back to Emery, and they try to get it up the floor into the hands of Mitchell. She's cut off by Jorge. Trying to force it down low again. It'll stay with the Wildcats. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Called a game in Girard last night with no shot clock. It was weird. In 3A, I guess they aren't doing a shot clock in the playoffs. That's travel. Got it back up top. 3-point shot on the way. Off the glass, no good. Tipped around. Miller comes away with it for the Dragons. Long outlet pass ahead to Hertrick. Off the glass, she's drilled by Nevaeh Jones. And that's her first. She got her money's worth on that one. And it'll send Hertrick to the line to shoot a pair. Sophia 1 of 2 from the stripe so far tonight. Trying to add to this 19-point lead. First one rattles out. It was halfway down, came out. I had a chicken wing do that to me one time. Hertrick's second shot rolls off, no good. So 1 of 4 from the stripe. And then a rebound and putback. I didn't see who got that one. I think it might have been English. Hertrick with the rebound off the miss. I'm going to give it to English. What the heck? My stats are unofficial. English gets hit in the back, steps out to the three-point line, just pulls the trigger, no good. Rebound, long rebound comes out to Jorge. Now a three-point attempt for Hertrick, way short. And the rebound, Emery, and she's going to handle it up the floor, cut off by English, and now she'll slow it down. Really, Washington hasn't been able to do a lot of their transition game that they like to do because the Dragons have cut them off. There's a good screen by Emery, and it allows an open look by Farrah Williams. She's got 4 points. Put that one here. Now the Dragons back with it, leading by 19. Over to English, thought about a three. Back into Miller, back out to English. And she hits it. 9 points for Mackenzie English. The Dragon lead is 22. Williams dribbles in. Nobody stops her, and that's why you got to cut the dribbler off before they get into the lane because they can score it once they get in there. Williams has 6. Miller gets it in the corner to Jorge. Got away with a walk. Long pass cross court to Hertrick. Sophia into the lane, and she's fouled. Oh, man, they whistled that one on Emery. That's her third. That's trouble for the Wildcats if Emery can't stay out of foul trouble. Mitchell into the game, replacing Williams. So Asia Martin back into the game, replacing Williams, who will sit with 1 foul. Emery remains in with her 3, and Hertrick hits the free throw. Corey Current into the game, and Emery will sit with 3 fouls. That makes sense by leaving her in there with 3. Hertrick hit her first. Second one off the mark. English saves it in, but nobody there for the Dragons. It goes right to Nevaeh Jones, and she's going to look to drive. Reed there to cut her off. High off the glass, no good. Martin with the rebound. English pulls it down for the Dragons and gets it out to Jorge. Good rebound by, and Reed to be good with a ball fake there at some point, kind of draw the defender off. She just went up right in rhythm and got her shot blocked, but it will stay with the Dragons. Hertrick sits. Elkamil back in for Pittsburgh. Entry pass right to English. She puts it off the glass. She's got 11 points. The Dragon lead is 23. Current handling. Kicks it back out to Mitchell. Pulls trigger on 3 off the mark. Long rebound comes down to Nevaeh Jones. Her shot blocked by English. And dribble driving's all good unless you're dribbling into somebody who's 6 inches taller than you. And English slapped that one in next week. It will stay with the Wildcats. They'll inbound from the baseline. Jones to throw it in. Mackenzie might be like 8 inches taller than her. Pass it into the middle to Jones. Trying to get it down low to Williams. Now there's a battle for a loose ball. Kendall Elkamil comes away with it. Need a pass, Kendall. There we go. And get it out of traffic. Gober with it. Over to Elkamil on the right wing. Top of the key to Jorge. Left wing for English. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Williams. You don't want to see the Dragons fall in love with that 3-point shot because they've been getting really high percentage shots for most of this first half. Jorge pokes it away, comes away with another steal. Anna pumps the brakes and kicks it out to English. Coming full steam down the lane. Nice pick pass to find Elkamil. And Kendall's got 4 points. Give the assist to English. And there's a sub into the game. Mitchell coming in for the Wildcats, replacing Jamila Smith. English will take a seat. Mantooth into the game for the Dragons as Mackenzie getting a breather. Dragons double teaming Martin down low, both Reed and Jorge on her. That pass tipped away by Jorge. El Camil comes away with it. She's getting fouled in the open floor. Gets it to Reed, off the glass and good. Bucket in the foul for Odessa Reed. Yeah, El Camil's getting hand checked the whole way up the floor, but able to get the pass away to Reed, who got the bucket with the contact. They whistle that foul on Williams. That's her second. First shot on the wall, there was only one shot for Reed. The rebound came down to Williams. Get it ahead to Mitchell, trying to drive on Mantooth. Now she backs it out. Back outside to Farrah Williams. El Camil right in front of her. Williams, that was a carry and a half. Gets it over to Nevaeh Jones. Down low to Martin, shot won't go. Rebound bounced around, came down to Reed. Her pass way too high. No need for the Dragons to hurry here. You don't need to push the pace. You're up by what? Almost 30 points. You're up by 27 points right now. No need to rush things. Back on the offensive end are the Wildcats. This is Jones with it. And now a loose ball on the floor. Held ball. It's going to favor the Dragons. And just active hands in the passing lane, swiping at the ball. The Dragon defense has just been smothering tonight on these Wildcats. Under 3 minutes to play first half. Dragons leading it 35-8. That's for those of you who may be visually impaired and can't see the score bug at the bottom of the screen. I'm just used to it. Old radio habits. Time and score, time and score. Cross-court pass from Mantooth over to Gober. She'll pop a 15-footer, and it's good. Adelie's first field goal tonight. She's got 3 points, and the Dragons by 29. They get it down low to Williams. Off the glass, good. Nobody in front of Williams. That was kind of a defensive lapse that time by the Dragons. We haven't seen too many of those tonight. That was certainly one of them. El Camil down the lane, tries to force it down low to Reed. And it's going to be a held ball. It'll be Washington ball. That's the 5th turnover. I'm calling that a turnover. And the Dragons will take a timeout, full timeout. 2:20 to play, first half. Dragons on top by 27. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
.218 to play first half. Dragons lead it by 27 over the Washington High School Wildcats out of Kansas City, Kansas. The winner of tonight's game goes on to play the winner of Shawnee Heights and Sumner Academy. And there's another unforced turnover. I have that as the 14th turnover here in the first half on the Wildcats. And again, that's unofficial. Don't take that to the bank with you. But English and Hertrick check back in. Mantooth and Gober will take a seat for the Dragons. El Camil handling it up the floor. Gives it up to Hertrick. Gets it down low to Reed. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, English. She gets hacked, but they're just going to let that go. A lot of forearm shivving going on. And they're going to whistle a foul. I think this one's on El Camil. That's 2 on El Camil. Kendall's really come along this season. She's been a spark off the bench for the Dragons, more and more so down the stretch this year. Getting some significant minutes here tonight in this first round of sub-state. Jones down low to Williams. Her shot no good. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by English. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Jones to inbound from the baseline. You know they're going to try and run a play to get it to Martin. Nope. They get it into Williams. Her pass intercepted by Jorge. She's off and running. Anna off the glass. Too strong, no good. Rebound by El Camille. Her putback's no good, but she's fouled. She'll head to the line. And they got the whistle on Jones. That's 2 on her. That is the 5th team foul on Washington. So now the Dragons going to be shooting free throws on every foul here for the next minute and a half of this first half. El Camille's first shot rolls off. Hits second. 3 points for El Camille tonight. Dragons by 28. Mitchell, this is Smith handling it up the floor. Gets her pocket picked by El Camille. Outlet pass ahead to Jorge. She wasn't ready for it. Off the leg of Mitchell as she tried to break up the dribble by Jorge. And it will stay with the Dragons. So Washington not giving up on the play, getting back defensively to break it up. But that was a dangerous pass over the top to Jorge to begin with. Reed fights for the inbound pass. Can't get it. Martin with the rebound. The outlet pass out to Jones. And El Camille trying to cut her off. And Kendall's going to be whistled for her third. Kendall's racking them up here quickly. And Kendall will sit Angie Miller back into the game for Pittsburgh. A minute to play. Minute 8, first half. Dragons by 28. Jones to inbound from in front of the Dragon bench. She'll get it into Smith. Back to Jones now. Picked up by Jorge. Jones loses her dribble. Throws it back out to Smith, who can't handle the pass. Now there's a scrum on the floor with Hertrick, Jones, and Jorge. It will be, I believe, Dragon ball coming out of that. No foul called. It's called a held ball, so Miller with it, under a minute to play. Jorge open for 3, passes it up, kicks it out to English. She passes up a 3, back to Jorge. Anna's going to take this one, in and out. Rebound tipped around, and it will be Wildcat ball. Last touch by Reed, they're going to say. Smith handling up the floor, gives it up to Nevaeh Jones. Jones driving, has it stripped away right into the hands of Williams. Off the glass, no good. Dragons not boxing out. Miller almost came away with the rebound, but it will stay with the Wildcats. Coach Gegg still coaching him up from the sidelines. Air ball deflected away by English into the hands of Hertrick. Ahead off the leg of Reed, but she tracks it down, tries to get it to Jorge. Tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with the Dragons. And just not very crisp passing on that transition opportunity for Pittsburgh. But they will maintain possession with 14.2 left to play first half. Miller looking to get it in, gets it into Jorge. Down low to Reed, going to work. Turnaround, off the glass, no good. Odessa gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Hertrick. Straightaway 3 from English, no good off the back iron. Long rebound comes down to Jones, has it stripped away by Jorge, and then she carried it and gives it right back. And then we've seen that happen a few times tonight where one turnover is beget by another turnover. And that'll give it back to the Wildcats with 0.2 seconds. And that'll do it for the first half. Dragons lead it by 27. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Pittsburg High at the half. The Dragons leading the Wildcats of Washington High School 38-10 here in this first round of the Class 5A Sub-State Championship Tournament. This is the GN Bank Halftime Show brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for more than 100 years. Whether it's personal, business, or agricultural needs, trust the team at GN Bank. Find out more at gn-bank.com. Well, the Dragons with a significant lead here at the half, in fact, holding the Wildcats to just 10 points an entire half of basketball. That means that you're playing very good defense and your opponent is really struggling on the offensive end. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scoring totals for the first half. First, for the visiting Wildcats, they're led in scoring by Farrah Williams. She has 8, and Jamila Smith with 2, and that's it as far as scoring goes for the Wildcats in this first half. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Odessa Reed. She has 12. Mackenzie English with 11. Sophia Hertrick and Kendall Elkamil adding 5 points each. Adelie Gober with 3. And Anna Jorge with a bucket in the first half. And that rounds out the scoring for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kanar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kanar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kanar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more online at KanarEyeCare.com. We're going to step away for another break. We'll be back with some more pearls of wisdom and analysis before getting into halftime, or second half action, Dragons by 28 here at the half. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
Every tax season, a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me.
Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh High School at the half. The Dragons leading the Wildcats of Washington High School out of Kansas City, Kansas, 38-10. The winner of tonight's game goes on to play the winner of Shawnee Heights and Sumner Academy. That game is going on right now up in the Topeka area. Shawnee Heights, the 2 seed, Sumner Academy, the 15 seed. So you can guess who's expected to win that game. If the Dragons come out on top here tonight, which barring some sort of weird basketball anomaly, it looks like they're headed that direction. Dragons will be traveling up to the Topeka area on Saturday, and that game will occur at 5 o'clock. So we're unlikely to have it for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live due to the strange monopolistic contract that Keisha has with the NFHS network. Shawnee Heights may have a broadcast of their own, so you're going to kind of have to keep an eye out for that one. But just a funky thing that Keisha decided to sign into, and it means that local broadcasters like we, who cover a team all season long, if your team's fortunate enough to make it to the playoffs and especially to the state tournament, we're not really allowed to cover that with video because of Keisha's agreement with NFHS. You should certainly contact your state representative, state senator, to express your opinion about that. But we know what our opinion is. We won't share it here on the air. The Dragons leading it by 28 here at the half. And I want to say a special thank you tonight to Mason Derringer. He's a senior here at Pittsburgh High School. Kind enough to step up and operate the camera for us tonight. And he's going to take his first crack at doing some color commentary during the second half. So, Mason, let's go ahead and bring you in here. You ready to go for this?
Yep, let's go.
All right. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a hard time getting a word in edgewise with me. I talk a lot, buddy. But I'll try and take a breath now and then and let you get in there. Promise. So I believe it should be Washington's ball, to start the second half, and it will be. As Mariah Mitchell will inbound from the far side. She'll get it into Jamila Smith. We're underway. Long way to catch up for Washington. Nevaeh Jones with it, guarded by Anna Jorge. And the Dragons doing a good job not getting too handsy defensively. That pass deflected by Hertrick. Then the shot blocked by English. And McKenzie will get it back. Long pass ahead to Reed. Off the glass and good for Odessa. She's got 14 points, and the lead is 30 for the Dragons here early in the third.
Picking up right where she left off in the first.
No doubt. Mitchell with it. She's going to launch a 15-footer off the side of the backboard. Not the greatest looking shot, and then it goes out of bounds off the foot of Farrah Williams, and it will be Dragon ball. I'm not going to call that a turnover, but it probably wasn't the best looking shot I've ever seen. And the Dragons here in this second half leading by 30. There is absolutely no reason to get in a hurry if you're Pittsburgh. Hertrick open for three. Sophia will take it and hits it. 8 points for Hertrick, and a 33-point lead now for the Dragons.
Yeah, this is a good time to get reps in a blowout like this for later on in the tournament.
Yeah, we're likely to see a lot of younger players getting into this game, and fortunate to save that one inbounds was Williams, and then Jones lost it off the deflection. Now I am going to call that a turnover, and that'll give it to the Dragons. Looking to add to a 33-point lead. And I don't think they do running clock in the playoffs. I don't think it's a possibility.
I don't think so.
No. So we're in it for the long haul, Mason. This could take a while. Jorge with it on the near side, gets it down low to Reed, off the glass and good again. That Odessa Reed scoring at will tonight. She's got 16. The Dragon lead is 35. Mitchell with it, gives it up to Jones. Kind of caught it in self-defense. And then Williams runs into Jorge, and Anna's going to get whistled for a blocking foul. She's so quick with her feet that very rarely is she fully set, and picked up the foul there. Jones will inbound. Over the top to Martin. She launched a three. We saw her hit some in the warm-ups. That one way off the mark as she's kind of laughing about it as she heads down to the other end of the floor. It'll be Pittsburgh ball. English gets it in to Lainey Trissler, who's just checked into the game for the first time tonight. Speaking of new faces. English going to drive down the lane. Her shot off the mark, affected by Martin, and then the putback by Reed deflected, but Odessa fouled on the play. They're going to whistle this one on Farrah Williams. That's her third, and Reed will head to the line to shoot two.
Kinsey did that a little bit out of control there. Rushing a little too much. No need for that.
I'm going to the rack with this come hell or high water. Yeah. And Reed hits the first free throw. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. Trying to make it 2 of 3 right here. Hertrick back into the game for Pittsburgh as El Camel sits. Martin hits the bench for Washington, and we see, I don't have a number 14 on my roster for them. Yeah, I do, okay. Ariana Adams into the game for the first time tonight. There's a steal, gets it back to Reed. Jorge with it in the corner. Another pass down low to Reed. Make it 19 points for Odessa Reed. The Dragon lead is 38.
Great pass there to find Odessa in the low post.
Williams with it, middle of the lane, has it poked away. Trissler comes away with it for the Dragons. Jones cuts her off. Laney dribbles it back out of traffic. Gives it up to English, steps right into a straightaway three, and that's good. 14 points for Mackenzie English, and it's a 41-point lead for the Dragons as Washington High is yet to score a bucket in the first 3 minutes of this second half. Jamila Smith. They're going to get foul on Hertrick, reaching in on the pass.
Washington doing a little bit better job in the second half here of holding on to the ball. A lot of back and forth. Pittsburgh just stealing it there in the first half.
Well, for as many steals as Hertrick's gotten tonight, that's just her first personal. Jones gets it in. Jamila Smith with it. Her pass picked off by Trissler. Laney off and running. Off the glass. No good. Rebound comes down to Hertrick. Has it poked away. Trying to get it back to Serrano, who just checked into the game. I'm going to have to getting to know my roster tonight.
Yeah, right as I said that, Washington just telegraphs that pass.
Yep. Long pass into Serrano. Off the glass. She can't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to Corey Current. She drives up the floor, kicks it over to Jones, thought about a three. Now she'll drive against Trissler. And Laney got into her with the shoulder and is going to pick up the personal foul. That's Laney's first. Jones missed the first. As the scoring woes for Washington just continue. Jones' second shot off the mark. Rebound comes down to Hertrick. Gives it up to Gober, who will handle it up the floor, guarded by Jones. Sophia twisting and turning, gets it down low, wide open. Hertrick off the glass and good. 10 points for Hertrick.
Good cut there. Found open space in the defense, took advantage.
And Dragons have been pretty good this season of moving without the basketball. And we see it pay off right there. And an errant pass, another unforced turnover for Washington. And Mariah Mitchell back into the game, try and cut down on some of those turnovers that Washington's been experiencing here pretty much all night. Gober with it, guarded by Jones, who's being pretty physical with her, but Adelie gives it up to Sophia Hertrick. Down low to Trissler, who took her eye off of it for a second. She's fouled in the lane. And Dragons going to get a substitution here in just a second as Alcamel getting ready to check back in. And Hertrick will sit, and Kendall Elkamil in. And for Washington, Smith will come in, and Avery Holland-Rendell, who is only in the game for just a fleeting moment. Serrano gets the inbound pass and misses the layup. And Kylie's had a couple good looks tonight and hasn't gotten anything to fall.
Yeah, right there, she's a little out of control. She's got to slow it down.
So stay with the Dragons, though. Trissler to inbound it, gets it in over the top to Adelie Gober. Dribbling around, thought briefly about a three. She's always thinking about it. Mantooth driving, kicks out to Elkamil. She's open for three and hits that one off the side of the rim, and then Trissler gets tied up with Ariana Adams. So that's two on Trissler. Fourth, though, on the Dragons. Only one more foul before a free throw parade starts for Washington. They get it out to Smith. Her three-point shot is good. She's got 5 points. Gober dribbling up the floor. Gives it up to Trissler. Laney driving down the lane. Nobody picks her up. Her layup no good. Trissler's missed a few within point-blank range of the bucket. And there's an almost steal by Gober. It'll stay with the Wildcats. 3:03 to play, third quarter. Dragons lead it by 40. So despite the enthusiasm in my voice, this one's not very close. Current gets the inbound. Back out to Jones on the wing. Back up top to Current. Off the mark with a three. Long rebound reeled in by Elkamil. And then a battle for the loose ball. Going to get a held ball. It'll stay with the Wildcats. And Dragons just need to get the ball cleanly and get rid of it. They've had a little bit of trouble here, but there's a lot of young faces on the floor I think the most experienced player out there is Gober. She's a sophomore. And Elkamil comes down with that rebound. Another sophomore who's had a big impact this year, along with Adderley. Gober passes ahead to Mantooth. Briley back out to Gober. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Trissler. And Gober gets the foul, gets the steal, and then is fouled by Jamila Smith. That's the third on the Wildcats. Oh, I'm sorry, Gober's a junior. I called her a sophomore. Good call, Mason. Keep me in line, buddy. Gober driving, it's cut off. A lot of hands in there, and another held ball. It'll stay with Pittsburg. Just too much dribbling, but a lot of young players out here, and
good to get experience now in a game like this.
Get it into Mantooth, wide open. Can't get the layup to fall. Like, that's the third or fourth point-blank shot off an inbounds pass the Dragons haven't been able to get to go.
Yeah, they're going to need to get those in close games.
Smith for three, and somebody's got to cover her. That's her second three-point bucket. That cuts the Dragon lead under 40 now. Mantooth with it. Down to Trissler. Off the glass and good this time. That's Laney's first bucket of the night.
She was searching for that one. Had a lot of good looks.
Dragon lead back to 39. She has had some opportunities. This is Mitchell with it, driving into Serrano, loses it. Trissler comes away with it. Laney going to handle it up the floor. Her pass deflected out of bounds. And Gober was going to cut to the bucket. And that's what she was telling Trissler. Hey, hold on to it for a second, and I'll cut to the bucket. So some substitutions for the Dragons. Serrano sits. Trissler sits. Reed and English back into the game. So there's some experience hitting the floor here for the Dragons. Elkamil with it off the inbound. Kendall driving, kicks it out to Mantooth. Launches a three, off the mark. Rebound, Gober. Up top to English. McKenzie puts it on the floor. Drives right into Martin, has her shot blocked. Ball fake. Throws one up, no good. Rebound, Reed. Her shot partially blocked. Then she's fouled. Count it, and the foul.
Could have fouled on the shot before that, too.
Yeah. Odessa Reed will step to the line to try and complete the traditional three-point play. In and out for Reed, but the rebound comes down to Elkamil. She turns around and fires a three, no good. Long rebound comes down to Jones, who's driving up the floor. Reed trying to cut her off. Whoa. Long three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Elkamil. And Kendall's gonna get it ahead to Gober, gets it across the timeline, and she'll slow it down for the Dragons. They don't need to hurry. Over to Mantooth. Briley down low to Reed, too deep under the bucket. Got her own rebound. Loose ball comes to Mantooth. Throws it off the leg of a defender. That was Smith. And it will stay with the Dragons. Elkamil just trying to re-enter it to Reed, but it was deflected. English guarded way up top by Martin. Gets it to Reed, and another high percentage bucket for Odessa Reed. The Dragons lead is 43. 10 seconds and counting. Yeah. Jones for three, off the bank, no good. Long rebound right to Smith. Her three, no good. And Gober tracks down the long rebound, and that'll do it for the third quarter. After three, the Dragons lead at 59-16. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day, From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
One quarter left to play. Dragons leading it by 43 over the Washington High School Wildcats out of Kansas City, Kansas. Dragons the 7 seed, Washington the 10 seed. A layup no good by Emory. And then they're going to have a held ball, and it's Dragon ball. And a little soft three-quarter court pressure being applied by Washington as Gober almost lost her dribble, gets it back. Needs some help. Dragons got to move without the basketball. Got it to Hertrick on the wing. Sophia always thinking about a three. Oh, pass too high for Jorge. Thrown away, and that'll give it back to the Wildcats. Again, the Dragons leading it by 43, so it's more of an academic exercise at this point, trying to get some younger players some quality minutes. This is Corey Current with it. Gives it up to Jamila Smith, the outside shooting threat so far tonight for Washington. Curry in the lane, off the glass and good. First bucket for Current. Cuts the Dragon lead to 41. Gober working against Jones, gets it ahead to Jorge. Reed with it on the free throw line. Dishes back outside to Hertrick. Ooh. And Jorge down the lane, and Anna does not fear the contact. She's fouled, and we'll head to the line to shoot two. Let's see who they whistle this one on. Got this one on Williams. That's her fourth. That's a bad one for the Wildcats. This is Jorge's first trip to the line, first shot off the mark. Anna about a 50% free throw shooter on the season.
Looks like we've got a running clock now.
Yeah. Second shot off the back iron, rebound Reed. Thought about getting it to Jorge, now back out to Hertrick. She's gonna pull up for a long two. Oh, they called it a three, but it's no good. Jorge back around to Hertrick. Sophia puts it on the floor. Down the lane, scoop layup is good. 12 points for Sophia Hertrick. Nevaeh Jones, that was Corey Current with it. Gives it up, gets it back. Needs some help, has it poked away. And it's gonna be out of bounds. Last touch by Current. And that'll give it back to the Dragons. I unofficially have that as the 18th turnover, but I think that's a conservative estimate on the number of turnovers tonight for the Wildcats. Mantooth gets it into Gober. Far side to Elkamil. She'll put it on the floor. Drives baseline, kicks out to Serrano. Back outside to Gober. Long three on the way from Adderley. Off the mark, but Reed right there with the rebound. And they got a held ball and a ball fake.
That was about 4 steps behind the line there from Adderley.
Yeah, that was like Steph Curry range. After the held ball, Washington with it. Jones on the far side gets it down low to Emory, but it's poked away. Scrum for the loose ball is another held ball. And this one's going to result in a turnover to the Dragons. Current sits. And I'm trying to figure out who came in the game. I guess I'll figure it out on my own time. Elkamil with it off the inbound. Kendall crosses over to the free throw line, gets it to Reed. Nowhere to go against Emery. Kicks it back out to Mantooth. Briley drives. Back out to Adesari. Back to Mantooth. She'll pull up for 15. No good. Long rebound. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by, was that Mitchell? Well, last touch by the Wildcats. It'll stay with the Dragons. Reed will sit. And time to get to know our roster. This is Chronister into the game for the Dragons. Alexis Chronister. Chronister gets it on the inbound. Backing into Emery. Kicks it out to Gober. Adelaide's going to dribble back out. Guarded by Jones. Adelaide trying to turn the corner on her. Loses a dribble. And commits a foul. So it's the worst of both worlds. You commit a turnover and then commit a foul directly afterwards. I think that's Gober's first.
It's a frustration foul there after turning it over.
Yep. First team foul on the Dragons. 3 minutes to play. Like we said, running clock here late in this one. Mitchell with it. Gives it up to Jones. Emery couldn't handle the pass. It ends up with Chronister. And now Elkamil going to bring it up the floor for the Dragons. Chronister needs to be careful she didn't get a moving screen call. As Elkamil takes a circuitous route up the floor, loses her dribble. It comes away to Smith. Off the glass, no good. Another loose ball. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. 2:34 and counting. Trissler back into the game as Adelaide Gober will sit. So we got basically our JV squad out there on the floor right now. Long three-pointer on the way, tipped around. Rebound gathered in by Serrano. Give it up to Trissler. The Dragons will trot it up the floor. We're about 120 seconds away from the Dragons securing this first round win. Oh, the pass from Trissler deflected, trying to get it to Elkamil. Finally does. Kendall turns off the glass and good. Man, she threw that one up to the top of the backboard, but it came down through the net. Dragons up by 45. Jones with it way up top, puts it on the floor, loses her dribble. Elkamil comes away with it. Jones pursuing behind Kendall. Off the glass, no good for Elkamil. And a lot of contact. And there's a steal by Chronister. Coming up behind Farrah Williams. Trissler gets it down low to Serrano. Her shot off the glass, no good. Lots of point blank attempts for Serrano tonight and been unable to get on the board. Williams kicks it over. Long three-point attempt on the way from Smith, no good. Rebound, Elkamil.
Definitely think layup should be an emphasis of practice going into the next game.
Yeah, for these JV girls for sure. Trissler with it now. She'll just pull the trigger on a three, no good. Long rebound wrangled in by Mitchell. She'll give it to Emery, who will walk it up the floor for Washington. Emery over to Jones. Now Smith with it. Swings it over. Shot on the way from Mitchell. No good. Emery gets the rebound. Her putback blocked partially by Chronister and partially by Serrano. And it would be Dragon ball. And Coach Geggs telling Trissler, like, slow down, let's walk it up the floor. And they whistle a foul on Jones for getting into Trissler. And it's kind of unnecessary defense there because this game all but over is the fact that Dragons may not even need to, they get it into Elkamil. She's not even going to need to get across the timeline for this game to be over. And there it is. Dragons win this first round matchup over KC Washington. 63-18, a lopsided win will send the Dragons on to the second round to take on the winner of Sumner Academy and Shawnee Heights. Taking place up in Topeka tonight. You can go to the Acacia website to see who won that game. I'm sure it's probably not over because it probably didn't end up going to a running clock. So they're probably still playing up there in Topeka, but game over here in Pittsburgh. Dragons 63, Wildcats 18, despite our score bug being backwards. I just noticed that. Just noticed. 63-18. The Dragons get the win. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll come back with the post-game show, get you your scoring totals, and put a bow on this one from here in Pittsburg. The Dragon season continues for another round. We'll be back in action Saturday at 5 p.m. either at Shawnee Heights or home here hosting Sumner Academy. Keep an eye on that Acacia website to find out who wins that game. I guess you could go to Max Preps too if you believe in that sort of thing. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Dragons get the win. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Every tax season, a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me.
Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at bigironauctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh High. Dragon girls get the win 63-18 over the Wildcats of Washington High School out of Kansas City, Kansas. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scoring totals for the game. First, for the visiting Wildcats, they're led in scoring by Jamila Smith and Farrah Williams. They had 8 points each, and Corey Current added a bucket, and that rounds out the scoring for Washington. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Odessa Reed. She had 23 points. Mackenzie English finished with 14. Sophia Hertrick had 12. Kendall Elkamil with 7. Adelie Gober added 3. And then Lainey Trissler and Anna Jorge with a bucket each to round out the scoring for the Dragons. A lopsided win for Pittsburg tonight. And they'll move on to the second round where they'll play the winner of Shawnee Heights, who's the number 2 seed in the Eastern bracket, and number 15 Sumner Academy. My money is on Shawnee Heights, but I don't bet on high school sports. But you're likely to see the Dragons have to go up to the Topeka area on Saturday. That game will take place at 5 o'clock. Due to Keisha's broadcast licensing agreement with NFHS, your local broadcaster will be unlikely to bring you that game up in Topeka. But if Shawnee Heights has a live stream, which I believe they do, if they're associated with NFHS, you may be able to see it through their live stream. We apologize for that, but we don't make the rules. We're just forced to live by them like everyone else. But the Dragons get the win tonight, and what a win, 63-18 over Washington High School. And what a season for the Dragons, as Coach Gegg coming in here in her first year instituting a new system with this team. And they won their first couple of games, then a real rough stretch from about halfway through December all the way till about halfway through January. But after that, these girls really came alive, bought into the system, and had a really good run down the stretch through their league schedule, finished second in the SEK League, which I don't think many people had them picked to do except maybe Coach Gegg. And with a win here in the first round of Sub-State, things looking really good for this program moving forward. We'll step away for another break. We'll come back, put a bow on this one here in Pittsburgh. Dragon girls get the win, 63-18 over the Wildcats of Washington High School out of Kansas City, Kansas. You've been watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back one final time to Pittsburgh High School. The Dragon girls get the lopsided win, 63-18 over the Wildcats of Washington High School out of Kansas City, Kansas. And the Dragons waiting to see whether they will host on Saturday or travel. My money is on travel, as we will play the winner of the number 2 seed Shawnee Heights and the number 15 seed Sumner Academy My money's on Shawnee Heights, although I have not wagered any money on it, to be clear. I do not have a gambling problem on high school sports. But odds-on favorite is Shawnee Heights, and that would mean that the Dragons would have to travel on Saturday up to Topeka. It's a 5 o'clock tip-off, which is nice if you got to drive home afterwards. But we're unlikely to have that game for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. We'll keep you posted. If we can, we will, but chances are we can't because Keisha has a broadcast agreement for postseason sports with the NFHS network out of Kentucky. And so your local broadcasters are kind of shut out of the playoffs. I have opinions about that. I won't express them here. But we're unlikely to have that for you unless something unforeseen happens, in which case, if we can, we will. But we won't, most likely will not be able to have that game for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. And then hopefully if the Dragon Girls are fortunate enough to win there, we'll just see what happens down the road. But what a season it has been for these Dragon Girls. Started out a little bit rough, but, man, these girls really bought into Coach Gegg's system. And they've experienced a lot of success down the stretch of the system this season. You take your hat off to these girls and the coaching staff here, and what a good hire it was bringing Coach Gegg in. And she's done a tremendous job with these girls this year, and hopefully keep that rolling next year as we're losing some senior leadership, but there's a lot of young talent on this Dragon roster, and they'll be back next year to run it back. But for Mason Derringer, who was kind enough to run the camera and do a little color commentary tonight, did a good job as well. I'm Josh Ledner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.